Today, we are with the human phone, the Samsung Galaxy S3. Samsung says for the first time ever, this is a phone built for and around human beings. What's this big deal? Why are they calling it the humanization of the phone? Why is this phone such a huge one? With the fact that Samsung is doing a world tour, it's taking it to 8 different countries. For Samsung, this is huge. It's a very important launch. Does it really live up to hype? You saw it when we did a preview. Now see it in real, in depth on Gadgetguru.
On the 3rd of May 2012 in London, Samsung took the world by storm. The Galaxy S3 was announced. Keeping to the extreme levels of buzz being created around it, Samsung released the S3 as part of a world tour. New Delhi was also one of the destinations. Our first impression of the device in London was, wow, and we are sticking with that. The main downer for us were the looks, and that impression also carried forward. This still isn't the #1 phone in looks, but it is still a nice piece of polished plastic. A very narrow bezel accommodating a big 4.8-inch Super AMOLED LED screen with 720 by 1280 pixel resolution offers a great viewing experience. The processor on the S3 has been boosted, and now it is a powerful 1.4 GHz quad-core processor. As expected, it is up to date with the latest Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich layered with the latest TouchWiz UI. But more than the outside and the specs, it is the intelligence inside that makes this a whole different phone. Samsung calls it humanizing the phone, and so we decided to test each aspect of this to the limit. Once you enable the Smart Stay function, it utilizes the front-facing camera, which uses eye detection to ensure that the screen does not dim as long as you're looking at it, and it turns off when you're not. Does this feature work as good as it sounds?
I love reading books, so when I read book in any other phone or even in my tab, I have to touch the screen again and again. But with Smart Stay, that problem is solved.
It's only handy for people who read a lot on the phone. If you don't read a lot, then it won't be very handy, and plus it could create battery life issues.
Samsung's answer to Siri, the S-Voice, a natural voice recognition activated control. When we tried it, it did take some time to recognize the accent, and not all commands were gracefully accepted. Is the voice assistant the future feature on every phone?
Wake me up at 8 a.m.
Alright, this is your alarm for 20. Should I save it?
I think in the next generation or two of smartphones, we could finally see voice recognition being an effective means of input.
I don't think S-Voice is that great, really. It's not as great as Siri.
Smart Alert will vibrate and display any missed calls or notifications when you pick up the phone. Alert features have been around, but this one takes it to a whole new level. Is it a game changer?
It's just an iterative feature. It's a software enhancement. Nothing big out here.
It's just another frills that you have added to the phone, to make it more snappy.
This one's pretty smart. It automatically dials the number of the person whose contact information is on screen, or even someone who you're messaging as soon as you lift the phone to your ear. And it works.
It's a nice and handy thing to have in your phone.
Not really a feature I would use much, because I mean, if I'm messaging someone, I'm messaging someone. I don't think I'm going to suddenly change my mind and decide to pick up the phone and call them.
This is one of our favorites. It's fun to watch videos in a pop-up multi-screen while simultaneously going through apps. This is the first time we've seen multitasking in multi-windows. Brilliant.
Pop-up play is really something cool that Samsung came out with. It's unique, so yeah, I think others will adopt it too, and I would surely love to use it.
Probably expand it beyond video, maybe like hook into your games or other applications so that you can have split screen view on your phone, considering how big the screen sizes actually are right now.
Samsung has stuck to an 8-megapixel camera on the phone, but this clicking machine does have a few new tricks up its sleeve. The best shot mode takes continuous shots at a rate of 6 frames per second, and from that the camera will pick the perfect shot based on smile detection, blink detection, contrast and blurring. With the smart camera, you can click pictures while recording a 1080p video. There is a 1.9 MP front camera too.
It's a good innovation, where it helps you manage your pictures, take good pictures and, collate them nicely.
But I did notice that the best picture that the phone selected was kind of blurry, so maybe they should improve on that.
We have already seen better implementations, such as on the Pure View. So Samsung is just adding to it.
It even supports wireless charging, and if you want, you can get an S Pen too for the Note experience. Samsung's innovation did go a notch higher with this phone. This is a new direction where the user experience and convenience is being given precedence over hardware and specs. The S3 is a formidable device with serious hardware and some incredible inbuilt intelligence. The S3 unfortunately has been given a pretty high MRP of 43,000 rupees. You'll end up spending about 38,000 for it at open market prices. The S3 scores on design 8, display 9, features 10, performance 9, value 8. The differentiator, which are the humanization features, a 9.5, and that gives it an overall rating of 9.2.